We're in Estill County with the latest on findings of radioactive material at a landfill close to 2 schools.
The owners of the Bluegrass Stockyards have decided to rebuild in Fayette County. Coming up, we'll give you the first look at their new plans.
Students come together after the loss of a classmate. I'll have that story coming up.
This is WKYT News at Noon.
Good afternoon from WKYT News. I'm Barbara Bailey.
I'm Bill Bryant. We're glad you're with us. Here's what's happening at noon. It was destroyed by a massive fire, you'll recall, last month. But the owners of Bluegrass Stockyards in Lexington are getting a second chance.
This morning, Mayor Jim Gray announced that the new stockyard will be built on Ironworks Pike and will be paid for through incentives from the state. WKYT's Mark Barber is at the new location now with the very latest. It's our top story at noon. Mark?
Mayor Jim Gray called this the day that the Bluegrass Stockyards will start to rise from the ashes. When their new facility does start taking shape, it will be right here off of I-75 and Ironworks Pike in Fayette County. In a press conference with the mayor and firefighters who battled the massive 3-alarm fire last month, Stockyard COO Jim Akers said it made sense to rebuild in Fayette County because it's what's best for many of their farmers. He tells WKYT many of their customers own land by the Kentucky Horse Park and many others need quick access to the interstate. Akers says they had cheaper options, but tax incentives are making it possible to stay in Fayette County. He tells us they still have a lot of work to do to design a facility that can efficiently house their $20 million operation that sees more cattle than any other stockyard east of the Mississippi.
We've got value-added marketing programs, facility design, animal well-being, and a multitude of other issues that we've got to think through at a level that hasn't been thought through in a long, long time, because we've got the opportunity to put something in place here that'll be here long after we're all gone. Construction
crews are expecting to break ground here this summer. It will take 18 months to build the new facility. In Fayette County, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. And city officials tell us they still don't know what will happen with the old Stockyards property on Lyle Industrial Avenue.
The state is trying to reassure a central Kentucky community after low-level radioactive waste from drilling operations was dumped illegally into a landfill. Investigators found 47 boxes of radioactive waste, each about the size of a dumpster, at the Blue Ridge landfill in Estill County. WKYT's Kristen Kennedy following up on this story, and she is live with reaction from a nearby school.
Bill, one thing to keep in mind when we talk about those findings is the proximity of 2 Estill County schools to this landfill. They are just across the street from the entrance to the landfill, and that has a lot of school leaders keeping a very close eye on what state leaders can find. State leaders confirmed yesterday that carriers of radioactive material made an illegal drop-off in the Blue Ridge landfill last year. They've been able to narrow down the dump from anywhere between July and November. The radioactive material came from a drilling site in West Virginia, and we're told T-Norm Services out of West Liberty transported it. The Blue Ridge landfill is right off Highway 89. It's very close to 2 Estill County schools. District leaders are reassuring parents their children are safe.
We understand, and expect them to be concerned. We're concerned, but we also, we're going to take the information that we have from the state agencies and from our emergency management people and our county judge here. They have been wonderful to work with. They've included us in every aspect of discussions.
The executive's office is looking into any past complaints or violations. They say so far, though, they cannot think of any violations or complaints from this landfill from the last several years. Live in Estill County, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
Kristen, thank you. And both the middle and high schools are operating under normal hours today.
Well, it's a chilly afternoon in the Bluegrass, but we're going to see a big temperature swing this weekend, giving us an early taste of spring. Won't that be nice? WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris is live in our First Alert Weather Center now with the latest.
Yeah, we still have some flakes back toward the east. These things just don't want to get out of here. I mean, it's not amounting to much, but still, you're getting some pretty decent, pretty healthy snow showers back toward the northeast. It's going to take a little bit more time, try to push those on out as we continue to track off into the afternoon. Most of us, though, holding on with just mostly cloudy skies and temperatures there in the 30s. Now we'll finish off there in the mid to upper 30s. Kind of depends on where you are. Mid 30s over in the east, upper 30s here around the Bluegrass. Maybe streaming out a 40-degree reading back toward the west, Bardstown, Shelbyville, maybe Frankfort. That's probably your best bet. And then we look towards your weekend. Your temperatures will soar toward the weekend. I'm talking 50s, 60s. Could we be pushing 70 degrees? Well, I'm going to have that in your forecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you. A Central Kentucky school system is rallying around the family of a young girl who lost her life from what the coroner believes is a genetic condition. 11-year-old Whitney Jackson died unexpectedly earlier this week. As WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain reports, students in Clark County are not only remembering Whitney, but also stepping up to help her family as they say goodbye to her.
As the students of Baker Intermediate School walk the halls today, hundreds will be wearing hats, all in honor of one of their classmates.
It was devastating.
Students and teachers of the school received tragic news yesterday, news that one student had suddenly died.
It's a very sad situation. This was a beautiful little girl.
Fifth grader Whitney Jackson went home from school Wednesday and told her family she wasn't feeling well. She had arm pain, became dizzy, and then suddenly went in and out of consciousness and then passed out. Later in the emergency room, doctors tried for over an hour to save Whitney. Sadly, the Clark County coroner pronounced the 11-year-old dead of a massive heart attack from what he says is severe coronary artery disease.
I've done this for a long time. I don't think that I've ever seen a case quite like this at age 11. I've seen it in elderly patients, but not in a young child like this.
Whitney's family is on the hearts and mind of those at Baker Intermediate. Everyone wants to honor Whitney and help her family however they can. For $1, the students of the school could wear a hat today in honor of Whitney.
We are well over $1,000. People were sending in, quarters, dimes, nickels, 10s, 20s, hundreds. I mean, it's been an outpouring of just comfort and support from our kids, from our community.
The money raised here at the school today will help to fund Whitney's funeral and burial cost. In Clark County, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
And there's also a GoFundMe page set up to help Whitney's family. So far, it's raised more than $4,000 in one day. Grief counselors are helping some students in southern Kentucky cope with the loss of a classmate. 17-year-old Christopher Hubbard was killed in a crash on Highway 192. That's near College Park Drive in London. Hubbard's passenger was flown to UK Hospital in critical condition. Both Hubbard and his passenger were students at Clay County High School. We'll show you how Hubbard is being remembered coming up in a report on WKYT News at 12:30.
Drone operators could be charged with harassment or voyeurism under a bill that has cleared the Kentucky House. In an 87-3 vote, lawmakers approved the bill that makes it illegal to use a drone to harass or spy on other people. The bill is in response to a Bullitt County resident, William Meredith, who last year shot a drone down that he said was spying on his teenage daughters on their back porch. Funeral arrangements have now been made for a former Lexington council member.
83-year-old Roy Durbin served the city's 9th district for 13 years. He passed away this week at Mayfair Manor Nursing Home. The Lee County native served in the U.S. Navy during the Korean War. Razor Roy was also a barber for more than 50 years. He owned Clay's Mill Barbershop and Suburban Barbershop. His funeral is Monday at Kerr Brothers Funeral Home. He'll be buried at Camp Nelson National Cemetery in Jessamine County. And the funeral will be held this afternoon for the longtime chairman of the Fayette County School Board. John Price died this week after losing a 2-year battle with leukemia. He served as chairman for 13 years. Price's funeral will be held at 1:30 this afternoon at St. Peter Catholic Church in Lexington. He'll be buried at Bluegrass Memorial Gardens.
It's good to have you along on WKYT News on this Friday. The 5 remaining Republican presidential candidates had one last chance to face off last night before Super Tuesday. And we'll show you some of the fireworks coming up on Kentucky's #1 Midday News.
And also ahead, women may be making less than most men in Hollywood, but Kentucky native Jennifer Lawrence continues to beat the boys. We'll explain next on WKYT.
It's time to wake up. You've got things to do, mouths to feed, work to get done. It's another Kentucky morning. And Kentucky mornings start here.
Good morning. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith.
You don't have time to waste, so we don't waste your time. Simple as that. Breaking and overnight news, weather to plan your day, plus traffic you can take with you. Make WKYT This Morning part of your Kentucky morning. Weekdays from 4:30 to 7 on WKYT.
Social Security is sometimes the only thing that stands between having a roof over your head, food on the table, and being homeless. At Morgan & Morgan, we have a Social Security section devoted to helping you. Whether you're applying for benefits or been denied, I invite you to visit forthepeople.com and learn more. When you visit, you can learn what benefits you're entitled to and what injuries and mental illnesses qualify for both Social Security and VA benefits. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
What's that one thing? That one thing that can make you feel good, help the environment, and pay you cash back? It's Simple Saver. Simple Saver does all that, and all it takes to start is one click. Or one call. Getting paid to be energy smart. That's one good idea.
A message from your Kentucky Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
Unclaimed freight notice this weekend at American Freight. Over 1,000 truckloads of living room furniture. 7-piece living room groups that include a sofa, love seat, coffee table, 2 end tables, and 2 designer lamps. You get all 7 pieces from only $398 complete. Free layaway till tax refund. Same-day delivery. Come to the loading docks this weekend only at American Freight in Lexington, 272 West New Circle Road next to Walmart across from Jalapenos. Phone 226-0008.
Hi. You need a better car.
It's my credit.
Don't worry, because when you need to make a move, Drive Time approves.
Were you guys always this cool?
Hey. Oh, hi. Yeah, totally.
Save yourself. Get approved at Drive Time first. Call, click, or visit.
Welcome back to WKYT News at noon. Republican presidential candidates are desperately trying to slow Donald Trump's momentum before they say it's too late.
A lot of tough talk. The insults were ruthless during last night's debate, but Trump is not backing down. Weijia Jiang has a report.
Tell the truth. Other than that, I rest.
Senators Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz launched verbal attacks against GOP presidential frontrunner Donald Trump during a debate on CNN last night.
Here's the guy that inherited $200 million. If he hadn't inherited $200 million, you know where Donald Trump would be right now? Selling watches in Manhattan.
Trump's opponents are scrambling for support ahead of Super Tuesday. Cruz sold himself as the best candidate to beat Hillary Clinton, but Trump fired back.
First of all, he's talking about the polls. I'm beating him awfully badly in the polls.
But you're not beating Hillary.
So
you're not beating Hillary.
Well, then if I can't beat her, you're really going to get killed, aren't you?
Rubio picked up where he left off at the debate with an appearance on CBS This Morning.
And I'm asking everyone watching tonight, if you're a Republican and you don't want your party taken over by a con artist like Donald Trump, unite behind us.
Trump hammered Rubio on Twitter, calling him a lightweight, choker, and Mr. Meltdown, all in one tweet.
On the Democratic side, Hillary Clinton is claiming new momentum on the eve of the South Carolina primary, which she's expected to win easily.
Clinton danced on stage with Charlie Wilson during a campaign stop last night before stumping in Georgia and South Carolina today, targeting minority voters.
Let's make sure we get out and vote on Saturday.
Bernie Sanders meets with supporters in Minnesota before heading to the Palmetto State for the next big race. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, the White House.
Well, it's all interesting. On Tuesday, 11 states will vote with a total of 595 delegates at stake. Trump has 3 straight victories behind him, but rival campaigns and super PACs are spending millions in new ads to try to derail his momentum. Meanwhile, more than 6,000 absentee ballots have been returned to the Kentucky Republican Party. The GOP caucus here in the Commonwealth is a week from tomorrow. The Vice President will have a serious message for the audience at the Academy Awards this weekend.
According to the White House, Vice President Joe Biden and his wife Jill will attend Sunday's Oscar ceremony. Biden will introduce singer Lady Gaga and make a call for sexual assault awareness. Gaga will then perform the Oscar-nominated song Till It Happens to You. It was featured in the CNN documentary The Hunting Ground, which explored incidents of sexual assaults on college campuses. Kentucky native Jennifer Lawrence is the highest paid Oscar nominee. According to Forbes, Lawrence, who's up for Best Actress for Joy, earned $52 million between June of 2014 and June of last year. At age 25, she's the youngest person ever with 4 nominations. She won Best Actress in 2012 for Silver Linings Playbook. Lawrence gets paid almost twice as much as Oscar nominee Leonardo DiCaprio, who made $29 million. Now, he's up for Best Actor for his performance in The Revenant. He has been nominated 6 times but has never won. Matt Damon, Best Actor nominee for The Martian, was 3rd with $25 million.
Well, I'm sure they'll all get by, you know?
I think so.
Right. Keep it here on WKYT.
Coming up, a trial date has been set for a woman who is accused of killing her boyfriend.
Think of it as a 7-seat theater for an action-packed thriller. The all-new Audi Q7.
It's Furniture World Superstore's biggest tax refund sale ever. Now's a great time to redecorate your home because Furniture World stretches your tax refund with huge savings store-wide, plus 2 years interest-free. Now at Furniture World, use your tax refund to refurnish your living room or dining room, update your bedroom, sleep better on a comfortable new mattress. We're serious about saving you big money. Get huge tax refund savings, plus it's interest-free for 2 full years. So hurry in and save during our biggest tax refund sale ever. Now at all 5 Furniture World Superstore locations.
I was scared to go back to the dentist because I hadn't been in for a while. But they cut me some slack when they saw all this plaque, and they didn't make fun of my smile. I don't have insurance, but they didn't mind, which I thought was a setup for robbing me blind. But I financed my teeth, this toothpaste was free, and the numbing stuff really worked wonders on me.
No insurance? With a free new patient exam and x-rays, plus extended financing available, dentistry's never been easier. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
Excuse me, Mr. Jones? Hi.
Already?
You booked an appointment.
I just started cooking.
We at Time Warner Cable need to apologize to you.
I haven't even started to bronze yet.
We no longer give you an excuse to work all day perfecting your tan.
Starting to even it out.
We're making a bunch of changes at Time Warner Cable, including 1-hour arrival windows. We'll also tell you how long our visit will take before your appointment starts.
Get ready for spring and save big. Kevin's Carpets has a huge selection of hardwood, laminate, tile, carpet, and more. We have any flooring you need at a price you can afford. Kevin's Carpets now serving you in 2 locations, Lexington and Georgetown. Why, you'd have to be crazy to buy flooring anyplace else.
Turn your loving on and try something crazy good. Our new value menu has a dozen tasty options starting at only $1. That's a too good to be true deal for too delicious to be true taste. Starting at $1. Rallies and Checkers. Epic meals, epic deals.
Technology entire countries want to get their hands on. If they could ever catch you. The all-new Audi Q7.
I'm WKYT's Sam Dick, and I stand for Kentucky.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Definitely a pretty chilly day outside. You have the mostly cloudy skies, even a few flakes still falling in eastern Kentucky. It does not want to move out, not just yet. But we'll continue to watch that fade as we go off and through the afternoon. There's First Alert Defender, live radar network, and that's what you're going to be holding on to. Far northeast and eastern zones. That's where we're going to be seeing a lot of that rain funnel on in. And there is your lookout and about. It's just one of those days you just got to be a little patient because Maysville, Vanceburg, we've had snowflakes falling all morning long. Now it looks like for at least the next couple of hours. There toward Moorhead, back towards, say, Carter County. In Elliott County, still holding on to some of that snow. It's not much, but yeah, you still got the cloudy skies and a few flakes flying around. That goes for far east and off into the Appalachians. Now we get into the afternoon and we'll start to see that fade away. It's going to be a chilly day nonetheless. Kind of depends on where you are. I would say low to mid 30s over toward the east and back toward the west, the far west. Get over toward 65, BG Parkway, maybe 39, 40 degrees, but still 40 degrees, 33. To me, that's all the same. It's still very chilly when you're under cloud cover. A weekend spring feel. That is what you're going to be feeling later on in the next 48 hours. We're talking 50 degrees on Saturday, 60s on Sunday. And here's the breakdown, okay? Because then we're looking at another system next week. Today, yeah, those flakes still flying in the east. Chilly conditions. Tomorrow, not so much. We'll actually get a nice return flow out of the south and southwest, and that'll pump our temperatures to the 50s. And not only that, but it looks really good too. You have a lot of sunshine. 50 degrees under sunny skies is beautiful. What about mid-60s under sunny skies? It's even better, and you'll love that, even that wind really pumping on in here out of the south and southwest. So here's your breakdown. 37 today, 50s and 60s for the weekend. In toward next week, a weak front there on Monday brings us a few showers, not a big deal. But then Tuesday off into Wednesday, here comes the system that's going to be barreling on through. So many inconsistencies on this system, so many. So just know that we have a system during that time. I'm not even going to say if it's rain or snow or whatnot, thunderstorms, but yeah, there's a system.
Something's coming.
Yes, it is. So many inconsistencies.
These late winter storms are just hard to get a handle on.
Yeah, you're right about that. 2 to 3 days out, you really get a good
Sure. All right. We'll just stay right on top of it. And we'll be back here on WKYT in just a moment. Another district champion is crowned.
And what has turned things around for the Cats? Coach Cal's surprising answer next in sports.
Let's check stocks as we head to break this afternoon, and it's a mixed situation. The Dow's off some, the NASDAQ and S&P 500 climbing a little.
CBS Tonight. 10 teams of internet stars disconnect.
This is real life!
To run the amazing race in Colombia.
Where do I go? This is hard.
New episode CBS Tonight, 8/7 Central.
This is very dangerous!
These geniuses will put the pedal to the metal.
I got a bad feeling about this.
If innocent people die, you're never gonna see the daylight again. Eric Roberts guest stars on a new Scorpion, CBS this Monday.
I'm Alex Trebek. If you're age 50 to 85, I have an important message about security. Write down the number on your screen so you can call when I finish. The lock I want to talk to you about isn't the one on your door. This is a lock for your life insurance, a rate lock that guarantees your rate can never go up at any time for any reason. But be careful. Many policies you see do not have one. But you can get a lifetime rate lock through the Colonial Penn program. Call this number to learn more. This plan was designed with a rate lock for people on a fixed income who want affordable life insurance that's simple to get. Coverage options for just $9.95 a month, less than 35 cents a day. Act now, and your rate will be locked in for life. It will never increase. Guaranteed. This is lifelong coverage that can never be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Guaranteed. And your acceptance is guaranteed, with no health questions. You cannot be turned down because of your health. Call for your information kit and read about this rate lock for yourself. You'll also get a free gift with great information. Both are free, with no obligation. Don't miss out. Call for information, then decide. Read about the 30-day 100% money-back guarantee. Don't wait. Call this number now.
Call 1-800-440-4200 for your free information and a free gift. There's no obligation. That's 1-800-440-4200. Or visit us online at colonialpenn.com. That number again is 1-800-440-4200. 1-800-440-4200. Call now.
Lexington Overstock Warehouse is open this weekend only for our huge tax refund warehouse sale. Get quality furniture and mattresses at incredibly low prices. All-wood bed $177, sofa with pillows $297. Go to LexingtonOverstockWarehouse.com for more details.
Come get some real slow-smoked pork at Sonny's Barbecue. Both pulled and sliced pork with sides and bread for $9.99, or with a redneck egg roll for $11.99. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pit masters since '68.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on Mix 94.5.
Only 3 games left in this basketball regular season, and the Cats with another tough road test tomorrow at Vanderbilt. We've talked about this before, but save that second half at Tennessee. This club has been playing its best basketball of the season for about the last month. Now, there are plenty of reasons for that, but John Calipari says there was one specific turning point.
As you know, my teams normally, as the year winds down, play their best basketball. This team got empowered early because of that South Carolina game, when I saw that they really don't need me as much as I think they need me. And they ran all the stuff that we work on, they did, without me telling them, and they also coached each other. And that's what I want.
Next up for the Cats, Vandy at Memorial Gym tomorrow afternoon. Tip is at 4. You can see it right here on WKYT. Immediately following the game, it's Wildcat wrap-up, highlights, post-game sound and reaction live from Nashville, only on your home for UK Sports, WKYT. Well, if you make it to the district finals at the high school level, both teams move on to the region. So, really, what are you playing for with a district championship? A higher seed in that region, and perhaps a more manageable path to get to Rupp Arena. Scott County and Henry Clay in the finals of the 42nd. Cards get going early. Bryce Long for 3. He had 16. Cards up by 2. And then Leander Ridgway takes over the quarter. Back the other way to Southpaw drills 3 of his own. In transition, Isaiah Tisdale ahead to Ridgway for 3. He had 31 in the game. Tisdale with 33. Scott County the other way. Clem Dameron misses. Cooper Robb sneaks in and gets the putback and the foul. Robb with 19. But, oh, Henry Clay, if they got a combination. Ridgway and Tisdale, they get it done 85-77. And in Dubai, California Chrome, the 2014 Derby winner, continuing his comeback. The 5-year-old Chrome opened this year by winning the San Pasquale at Santa Anita. Then he was sent to the Middle East to train for the Dubai World Cup, running on March 26th. Yesterday with Victor Espinoza aboard, California Chrome appeared to be in top form. Look at that, just a hand ride. Last year he ran a close second in the World Cup. Chrome did not run again until the San Pasquale. Tonight on the Big Blue Insider, Ryan Lemon sitting in for Dick Gabriel. Dick, of course, with the UK baseball team out west. Ryan will have a preview of Kentucky's matchup against Vandy. That's at 6 on 630 WLAP. John Calipari speaks to the media at the top of the hour. We'll get the latest update on the condition of Derek Willis. That and much more. We'll have it for you throughout the day on WKYT.com. And coming up at 4 on WKYT. But for now, guys, that's a look at sports on this Friday.
All right. All that ahead of the game. It's going to be an interesting game tomorrow, 4 o'clock, right
that
here.
It will be. There's more to come in our next half hour of WKYT News at noon.
Keep it here. We're learning more about the gunman behind that deadly workplace shooting rampage in Kansas.
I'm Phil Pendleton in Laurel County at 12:30. A community remembers a teenager killed in a violent crash.
Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is $125 million. And tomorrow night's Powerball jackpot is $266 million.